Hi world, sorry I missed my last video. Who am I kidding, you don't care. I was busy doing a move from nun1.com to thegeekorium.com, so update your bookmarks. Yeah, so that was fun. I spent pretty much all Saturday doing that. That was kind of, making sure that if you went to a particular website there, you'd get redirected there, but the whole website wasn't redirected because I only want certain pages. But yeah, that should be all good, and you shouldn't even need to update your bookmarks, because if you go nun1.com/awesome blog post I wrote, you should go to thegeekorium.com awesome blog post I wrote. So that's why I didn't do one last week. The reason I didn't do one yesterday, because today's Sunday, not that you know, so I don't know why I'm telling you this, is because I went to the park yesterday with some friends. That was quite fun. We took our little kids and they played. Well, my daughter played. Their kids are still a baby, so he didn't really play so much as just puke on people. But we love you anyway, yee, cutie. He is actually a really gorgeous little baby. So that was fun. Haven't read many good books lately, so I don't know if I've bothered doing a review. One was interesting, had a really good concept, but annoyed me because they didn't tell me it was part of like a sequel, like a part of a world, until I had gotten halfway through it and I realised, wait, this doesn't make any sense what's going on. So that was kind of helpful. Some books they say part 2 of, or in the world, set in the world of, so that there are other books that you should read first, but this one didn't and was confusing. Then I started a Ben Bova book. I don't know if you've read Ben Bova. Some of his stuff's really good. It's kind of like hard sci-fi, only stuff that could happen happens sort of thing. Not laser beams that just get invented out of the air. So that's his kind of style, and I've enjoyed some of his books before. This one is set has a lot of first-person parts though. It's called Brothers. I've got to say, it's not my favourite one of his. As well as the first-person sort of stuff where the character is explaining every little thing that is going on in the room. So he explains the colour of the drapes and the colour of the slacks that person's wearing. Slacks! Ben Bova loves slacks. Every character has slacks on and gets a mention. He was wearing grey slacks that day. He was wearing green slacks that day. I don't care. They're slacks. He's probably wearing pants. I can guess that. I don't need that in my science fiction. Blow some shit up, please. So I was reading that. I'm still in the middle of that. It's getting better because there's only so many times you can re-establish the same character from a different point of view. So as it goes on, they steadily actually get into the story, unless the colour of the drapes and what style of slacks. So that's Ben Bova. Brothers. What else am I doing? Just working pretty much. We had an R&R day on Friday, which is rewards and recognition sort of thing. I didn't go to the actual event, but I went to, they had this roadshow where they show us where the company's going in the future. That was really good. The guys who did that were spot on. They got the information there quickly. That it wasn't rambly, and I don't think it was full of the usual sort of, our company's so awesome and this is where the magical land we're going to live in the next 10 years. It was actually really practical sort of stuff. This is where we want to go and this is what we're doing to get there. So that was really encouraging, and made me feel like the company actually cares about what we've been saying and what the employees have been putting forward as ways to help improve their lives and their customers' lives and that sort of thing. So that was fun. I haven't really done much else. I don't do much, as you know. But I'm kind of starting a small side business sort of thing, which is part of what the move from the Nun 1 to the Geekorium was. because I want to leave none one free to run this other business. So keep an eye out for that. It's not really for any of you guys as such. It's more for small businesses. I see there's a real potential for me to help some people, some small businesses get online in a really in a a personal sort of way, a more professional sense, rather than anyway, you don't need to know the details. Yeah, so that's me. My family's doing well. Amelyn's huge. Not this big, obviously, because that would, but yeah, because anyway, so she's getting huge. She's riding a bike, and we got her this balance bike. We got it ages ago, and she's getting to the point now where she can actually put her feet up and scoot along on it. Mostly when she's going downhill, but eventually she'll get to the point where she's got enough speed in her legs to actually just do it all the time. At the park yesterday, there was another little girl with a balance bike, which was awesome, and that was just really cool to see her using it, because she's just scooting around. Oh, I've got some excellent news. Mill got me this. Awesome. Completely surprised me. She just got it out of the blue. Ordered it and it just arrived one day, and I had no idea she was doing it, and it was just very, very fun game. Updated. So sorry if you can't see that. It's Goldeneye 007. So it's the same story sort of as that old Nintendo 64 Goldeneye game, but updated. So it uses Daniel Craig, the newest Bond. And it's very fun. They've updated it for today's standards of what we expect from a first-person shooter. So really cleverly updated. For instance, in the level, the original game, there was a level where you ran through the jungle, and as you went along, you had to keep an eye out for turret guns that would absolutely massacre you if you got too close to them. Automatic guns, so you'd have to prowl through the bush, and when you see them, take them out. Really, get close enough to take them out, but not too close that they couldn't completely decimate you. So this game has a similar level, where in this one you are still running through the jungle, and there's also elements in there at one stage where it's a bit kind of like that scaffolding level in the tunnels. I don't know if you remember the actual game, but in the dark you'd run along some scaffolding along the outside of a tunnel wall sort of thing. Well, this one's got elements of that mixed into the jungle level, so you kind of feel like, hey, I'm still playing the original game, but it's refreshed and updated. But then as you run along, there's the turret guns, but instead of taking them out, you have to avoid them and hack them so that they shoot the bad guys. So in that sort of sense, they've taken things that you kind of, as you were playing the original game, thought, hey, wouldn't it be cool if, and they've actually made it possible for you to be able to do that. So they do that in a couple of different places. For instance, in the multiplayer, you can play as Oddjob, and instead of grenades like everybody else gets, he can actually throw his hat, which is something when you play the original game, you're like, why can't he throw his hat? That just seems obvious. And they've actually done that in this one. So really nerdy, sort of geeky, nostalgia-gasm kind of thing, playing it, because it's just so fun. And it's kind of has difficulty. It's difficult, but it's not too difficult to make you frustrated. The control system is just perfectly fluid. Everything just makes sense. You never find yourself going, oh, why the hell am I doing that right now? So yeah, it's good. Get it, play it if you've got a Wii. If you don't, they've brought out some other James Bond games by the same people, exactly the same time. They've brought them out, completely different story. So I think this was just their way of kind of making the Wii a little bit more special, which it kind of needs at the moment, because there's just not that many good games for it, as I said a couple of weeks ago. Anyway, that's me. if you want to come around and play Goldeneye with me, I still haven't really played the multiplayer because I don't have any friends and my Wii's out in the backyard, so I can't actually really hook it up to the internet. Not that my internet's good enough for me to play online anyway. So I'm itching to play some old school multiplayer Goldeneye, and we can even pull out the old game, which I also have. Anyway, catch you later. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this one wasn't... Well, I'm sorry it's long. See ya.